go over how to grab all of the zip codes that are within a particular county. One thing you'll need to know ahead of time is that there's two types of zip codes that we can find. One's a boundary zip code, which we all know. It's a zip code defined by a shape. There's also point zip codes. Point zip codes are represented by a building, not a shape on a map. Might be a place, a university or hospital or a government facility that receives a lot of mail that doesn't have a boundary. So I want to keep that in mind. Second thing we want to note is that zip code and county borders do not line up really in any way. So you're going to find cases where a zip code might be in 2 or 3 different counties. But if we want a list of all the counties that touch one particular county, we're going to take this approach. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to find that county that I'm looking for on the map, click my binoculars, and then zoom out a little bit so I can see that county. I'm next going to turn on my zip5 code layer, which represents the boundary zip codes that you typically would make a territory out of. And I'm going to click on counties as well, so I can turn on that layer and see it. I'm going to make the county layer more pronounced, so I'm going to click on the settings gear to pull up manage map and data, and I'm going to choose a bold color for the border. So that really stands out. One thing you'll notice right away is that, yes, 23890 is primarily in this particular county. But if you take a look at the county, the zip code next to it, 23839, it barely touches. Also down here, we have some that barely touch. And way down here, if we click on that zip code, we're going to see that this zip code, 23847, is actually in 3 different counties. So what we're going for now is all of the zip codes that even partially go into this particular county. So the next thing I'm going to do is add my public zip code data that's available to all of our 12-month subscribers, and we can click on this plot data on map button. This is included in your subscription, and this is how we bring it in. We just click from server. From the pull down list, we set it to public data, and then if we scroll all the way to the bottom, we can see the latest zip code layer. Click plot, and they'll all come in. And this is a visual representation of all the zip codes in the United States as little dots. You can leave them on if you want. You can turn them off. For this exercise, I'm just going to turn it off just because I don't really need it. What I will do is go back to my data window and use the data from that layer. So we always want to make sure that we're looking at the 2009 zip codes, and we're going to be using our filter button. When we're filtering, we do not want to go by the primary county because that'll exclude the ones that are barely in there. We want to choose the counties column because we want the ones that are in possibly 2 counties. So I'm going to click my filter data rows button, and the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to leave it on counties. The names match here, and I'm going to do contains because I want the ones that have the name of the county. I'm going to choose a second criteria, and this time I'm going to choose states. Same idea. I'm going to do contains, and then I'm going to type in the state that I'm looking for. So now we have a list of 14 zip codes that are either fully or partially in this particular county. And you can check out the list of the counties right here. Finally, you can click this button on the end and you can choose to export that right to your desktop if you want a full list. If you have any questions, please let us know. Otherwise, have a great day.